So I have been searching high and low, baking cookie dough after cookie dough, eating cookie after cookie, looking for the internet's chewiest chocolate chip cookie, and I believe I found it, and it includes my secret ingredient. You're not going to want to miss it. So we're going to start out in a nice big bowl. Into this, I'm going to add in room temperature butter. Now, people ask me all the time, what type of butter do I use? I try to use Irish butter, Kerrygold, when I can, but I always use salted butter. Why? Because that little bit of salt adds extra flavor to all of your baking. It just makes everything super delicious. So now you want to cream your butter. I'm going to use an electric hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer, or you can do this step by hand. You're just going to need a lot of elbow grease, but it's totally doable. So I'm just going to cream this on high speed and just let it get nice and fluffy. Just takes around 30 seconds or so. So this is looking good. Into this, I'm going to add in my brown sugar. Now this is really important in your chocolate chip cookie recipes because it gives you that kind of lovely caramel tones and it makes them really gooey in the middle as well. I'm going to follow that with a little bit of white sugar. Okay, now for my secret ingredient. Da, 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 da. You're not going to believe this, but it is olive oil. So here's the deal. Olive oil adds extra moisture to your cookie dough. That extra moisture gives you a chewy chocolate chip cookie. This has also loads of flavor. I just use regular olive oil, nothing too crazy strong. It's nutty, it's a little bit salty, it has loads of flavor, and trust me, it just catapults the flavor of these cookies to another dimension. I did try this cookie dough with regular oil and it didn't have the same flavor. So trust me on this, go with the olive oil and you will not be disappointed. So pour your olive oil in there, turn back on your hand mixer if you're doing it by hand on a high speed, and we want to whip these up really well for roughly 4 to 5 minutes and let them get nice and big and light and fluffy. So like I said, I did test this recipe using a vegetable oil, and although it did make it nice and chewy, you didn't get the same flavor that you did from the olive oil. If you at home want to use a nut oil, coconut oil, whatever your oil preference is, feel free to use the same amount and that's totally fine. But trust me, olive oil is far superior. So a lot of you already know my best ever chocolate chip cookies, and those are kind of gooey ones, but they're not chewy. So these are different. You're definitely going to want to try both recipes. So this is lovely, nice and light and fluffy, just the way I want it. So now into this, I'm going to add in my eggs. And I'm also going to add in a nice big tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now that is not a typo. I wasn't supposed to say teaspoon, tablespoon. The vanilla in these cookies just make it so delicious. So don't be scabby with that vanilla extract. Okay, and then what you want to do is just cream all of these together again, just for a few seconds until they combine. So once your eggs and vanilla are in there, I'm going to set that over to the side and bring in my flour. Now into my flour, I am going to add in a little bit of baking powder, a little bit of baking soda, and of course, salt. And then just give those a stir up. So I'm going to put the flour over here, and now I want to talk to you very seriously, it's my serious tone, about chocolate. Now let me tell you, some of the best chocolate chip cookies you've ever had have not been made with chocolate chips. They have been made with a big old bar of bittersweet chocolate. Now this is what I like to use because you get big chunks, little speckles all the way throughout, but this just melts into your cookie, whereas chocolate chips, they stay the same shape. You want to get a nice big bar, preferably around 72% cocoa solids of chocolate. Then just chop this bad boy up, leave some big chunks in there, nice and rough, and this is what you want to add to your chocolate chip cookies. It's going to make the world of difference, trust me. See, check that out. Imagine coming across that big chunk of chocolate melting in your cookie. I mean, just absolute heaven. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to bring back in my cookie base. I'm going to add in our flour and our dry ingredients. And then I'm going to scoop in our chocolate all in there. Delicious. There we go. And spatula. And let's mix this all together. Okay, so this is our dough, but here's the thing. We added in olive oil here, so we made it extra wet. As you can see, it's a very soft dough. So this has to go into the fridge for at least 4 hours and let it get nice and cold before you bake it off. What I like to do is age my dough, and I've written all about this on my website. It means putting your cookie dough into the fridge for 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 days. I do it all the time. What happens is your cookie dough just gets more flavor and just makes for really delicious cookies.
How is it?
Oh, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. I strongly recommend taste the raw dough and you're gonna know what kind of cookies you have to look forward to. For right now, I'm gonna cover this up and pop it into the fridge. So when your dough is cold and ready to go, scoop big tablespoons of dough onto your cookie sheet. Give them a little bit of space in between because they will spread while baking. So another little sneaky trick for the chewiest chocolate chip cookies, bake them at a high temperature for a short amount of time. So bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for around 12 to 13 minutes, just a short amount of time so you get crispy on the outside and chewy in the middle. I don't want you to go anywhere though, because once these come out of the oven, I'm going to show you the best cookie trick to give you the ultimate bakery style chocolate chip cookies. These look amazing and they are fresh out of the oven. I need to do a pan bang straight away, but I've got a baby sleeping in the back of the house, so I'm gonna have to improvise. So I've been baking a lot of cookies and this is not the first time I've used my front step to do a pan bang. Now Sarah Kiefer invented this and it's a fantastic trick. It pools the chocolate, it kind of just makes it like flow, and then it also gives your cookies this lovely crinkle. So come here, check these out. I am beyond delighted about how these turned out. They look perfect. And while they're still warm, they are definitely best enjoyed. So Kevin, come on in.
Alrighty. So I'll have to admit, I've tried about a dozen of these and they keep getting better every time.
Chewy, chocolatey, that nuttiness from our secret ingredient.
Gem, these are legit chewy chocolate bakery style cookies.
I mean, seriously, the fact that you're gonna be able to make these at home now, you're never gonna have to leave the house again. Check out all my other baking videos. I've got tons more. And we'll see you back here really soon for another awesome recipe.
Thanks everyone.
These are delicious, aren't they?
So good.
You have to eat them when they're warm.
Oh yeah.